Hello and welcome to Lunar Coding. I'm your host, Louis. Throughout this channel today, basically, we'll be going through the basic concepts of HTML, the format of an HTML web page. The channel will obviously later on go through CSS, more responsive web designing, HTML obviously for either personal use or if you're doing computer applications technology as part of the syllabus. We'll be going through Delphi, which is usually for the IT school syllabus, but personal use also. That all depends on you. We'll also later on be going through JavaScript, Java, Python, RubyScript. Better doing tutorials on all of those. Thank you. So first and foremost, that out there is a comment. Basically a comment just defining the document type. So I'm making an HTML document, so same as in the CSS, you can put it in the CSS also, just to basically define what your document is. So next we'll like to start with our basics tags HTML. This defines the outlay of the web page basically. This is basically the outlay defining, okay, this page is an HTML page. Easy as that. Then in HTML we'll obviously have two sections now. These sections will namely be the head and the body, defining obviously the head of the thing where all your CSS styling, your title of your web page, which goes in the tab, etc. is done, and the body where the main content of the web page is done. There we go, that's your head tags done like that. Always remember, so this is your head and your body tags done. Now, as you can see, all of these tags, they have opening and closing tags. HTML, most tags have opening and closing tags, except for some exceptions are self-closing tags, such as images, stuff like that, which we'll get into depth later on. Notice closing tags always have a backslash after the word thing. And now, obviously, all your formatting for your tags would go inside the opening tags, such as class, maybe an ID, etc. Now, for basic more outlay, you could have two other tags also above your body, namely being like a Word document, or any document for that instance. You have a header and you have the main, and then you have the footer. So HTML, you can do the same thing. There's your header defined. As you can see, most HTML tags are simple words. Obviously, like some of them are not as simple as what you would think, but they describe what they do basically. Head, it's the head of your page. Header, it's the header of the page. Body, it's the main content, and obviously footer is the end of the page. Now, with HTML, there's, unlike most programming languages do have it, but HTML is more simple because you'll always have a tag sheet, especially if you're doing, like I said, computer applications technology. So your tag sheet will always be available for you while you're doing your exam, and that obviously makes everything a lot easier. Like, everything you need to know for CAT is on that tag sheet. Obviously, if you're doing this for personal use, for web development, some tags you'll have to obviously work out yourself or maybe do some extensive research on, but other than that, you have the tags in front of you. So along one last tag with the basic outlay, you'll have the title tag. The title tag basically defines the title with, like I said, what goes into the tab. So my web page. So this will be what displays in your Google Chrome tab. That's what we want to display there. Now a header. A header can be for your navigation bar. It can be for your heading of your thing. It can be a picture, whatever. Like obviously we're going to more in-depth things a bit later on. But for now, let's just show you the basic text that's available here. So basic text is obviously the heading tag. The heading tag ranges from H1 to H6, going from biggest to smallest, obviously. So 1 being the biggest, 6 being the smallest. So H1. So there you see, that's a basic heading in your header. That's it. Obviously now if we were to go and make a H6, for instance, H6, heading. Heading 6, that'll be the smallest possible heading. Now in your body we could have a paragraph tag. Obviously there's multiple other tags, there's multiple other elements that will go into your body, obviously, to when you get more in depth, to define how you want your web page to look, such as a div, maybe an image, maybe lots of images, a couple of links, table, a list, etc. etc. We'll be going through more of that on later videos. So basic text in a body of web page would be that's basic text. That's a simple paragraph right there in the body of your web page. Whatever text you want to do, you can just do it in the P tag. So basically, that's all you need to know for the bare minimum basics of HTML. Obviously, each tag can have its own styling, which will be covered in CSS. Most of the styling that we do in HTML will be covered in CSS. I'll be covering some styling that you can do in HTML, but because I prefer CSS, I'll be showing you most of the styling in CSS. Eventually later on I'll be showing you full website designs, basically. For instance, a web page which I had to work on for a certification, a Tribute page. Basically, this is simple. This is just a heading, a picture, a caption, one paragraph, and a couple of lists with some audio and obviously a link. That's that. We'll be showing you some more of that later on. And thank you for tuning into Lunar Code. And this is Louis, and I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe, like, please leave that thumbs up.